Of Luigi Mangione have been telling national news outlets that he's the last person they'd expect to commit a violent crime. A former teacher of his who lives right here in Erie County is saying the same thing. Our Lisa Adams is joining us now. And Lisa, a friend of yours who taught at the Gilman School in Baltimore for years, just retired back to Erie, and she had Luigi Mangione as a student.
Good evening, Eva. That's right. Liz Sessler-Beckman taught at the prestigious Gilman School for about 15 years. She had Luigi Mangione for two of those years as a middle school music student. But with only about 100 students in a class, she followed Luigi throughout his high school years that led to him being class valedictorian. No small accomplishment at a school like Gilman. Fellow students who graduated from Baltimore's prestigious Gilman School can't believe the news about their classmate Luigi Mangione.
This is one of the last people you'd think would do something like this. You know, he was one of the nicest kids, most friendly kids that I had known at Gilman.
It's the same way longtime Gilman teacher Liz Sessler-Beckman is feeling. She taught Luigi for 2 years in middle school and said shock doesn't describe how she felt to learn that a former student with such promise could be accused of shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in cold blood.
It's like a cognitive dissonance between the person that we all knew and the person who would commit such a heinous crime. It just doesn't make any sense, and it certainly goes against the values of the school that we all were part of the community.
Luigi Mangione wasn't just an extremely diligent student. Sessler-Beckman said he was well-liked, involved, and rose to be top in his class of more than 100 elite students.
He was very involved in athletics, he was in a lot of clubs, and you know, being the valedictorian in a school like that is it's a very difficult task because there's so many superior students. So I just remember him as always being a kind, well-liked person. I just can't imagine what drove him to this.
And her heart goes out to the entire Gilman community and the victim's family.
There are some kids that you sort of worry about, but he was never one of them. So I'm devastated for the Gilman community, but his family, and of course for the victim's family. Like it's just unthinkable that he would resort to that kind of violence.
We do know that investigators have a lot of evidence in this case, from a ghost gun and a silencer that appears to be the murder weapon to a manifesto critical of healthcare companies. But Sessler-Beckman will be among the rest of us watching and trying to understand what may have triggered the leap to a devastating, deadly act. Live in the studio, Lisa Adams, Erie News Now.